Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Of course you can see the 822cc parallel twin, the world's first 822cc parallel twin Himalayan at my backdrop. We'll talk more about this bike in some time. So this is the world's first 822cc parallel twin Royal Enfield Himalayan, the engine has been built by AutoEngina and the beautification part has been done by Autologue design. So we'll speak about both in some time. So let's begin with the engine first. So from what I have understood, it's originally a single cylinder engine and it has been split into two. After the split, a second head and piston and block and all this stuff was added to it. The first half and second half, you can see, both the left and right casings you can see over here directly. Okay, those are original bike casings, except for the crank case in between, which was widened over here, and then the crankcase was machined to accommodate the two heads or the parallel head now and all other stuff, the crankshaft and all. And then the engine was, this is the way the engine was completely built. You can also see two carburetors inside it. Okay, it's not FI, it's running on two carburetors, and so it is running on the same stock ignition system. The ignition system has not been modified except for addition of one more plug, obviously, for the second head. By the way, a dynamo test was also done for this bike, and I'll share a small clip from IBW after this one. So coming back to the what all stuff is done on the bike. So the main brain behind this is Tahir from AutoEngina. He has worked on the engines. He's worked on few other engines from Pulsar and other things where he's made it at 180 and parallel twins and whatnot. He's worked on n number of engines in the past, and even this one he worked on like 3-4 engines or maybe multiple more engines, and then finally one which worked really well, he pulled this up. They modified it further to mount it on the bike and all. So what they have done is, it's originally a single RE ka original 411cc engine that has been split, okay, and a custom crank case has been built in the between. If you see this section, the from here towards inside, okay, from here to approximately, it's difficult to show here, I could see it when it was being built, to here in the center, it's a completely new custom crank case, okay, and all these center parts have been additionally added to let both the engines, or let the engine run properly. Not both the engines, but let both the pistons run properly. So if you can see, there are obviously two exhaust tips and they merge into one over here, and then a single exhaust has been made. The exhaust is from Power Rage, and I'll try to show you how the exhaust sounds. I saw a few videos online where people did not like the sound. Frankly, on those clips that were posted online by certain handles, the sound was not at all recorded correctly. That's the reason why people did not like the sound. We'll try to capture the sound here in my GoPro as well as this OnePlus 8 and check if the sound is coming well, and then I'll share it with you. Now, apart from that, it has got two carburetors for obvious reasons. This is about the engine. Rest, front wheel is all stock, except it gets dual discs for additional stopping power, and at the rear it's the same disc, okay. Coming next to the wheel on this one is 90/90 21-inch, okay, and the brand is Shinko Adventure. At the rear is 150/70 B17. Where's the name? I guess this was also Shinko. Yes, this is also Shinko. So this is all about the tires and brakes and the engine. Brake calipers, master cylinders are all stock, okay, except for the right one, which gets the left one, which obviously gets additional caliper and disc. Speedo is all stock. Switch gear is all stock. Tail lamp and indicators are also all stock. Headlamp at front is been modified. Can you guys let me know what headlamp it is? Put it in the comments. Try to identify which one is it. Okay. Dimensions are the same as the old one, the stock one, but it's a full LED one. So let me know what you can identify. They have added additional handguards for safety reasons. Mirrors have been obviously taken off right now, and this of course happened in the transport. The bike was transported in a truck to IBW and back, and saddle stays have been given additional, additional strength, and top rack has been it's the same top rack, but it has been cut short. The height and all has been reduced, so if you see, it is almost the height of the seat, almost. And at IBW they had loaded top box and panniers along with it. I don't recall if I have the clips or not. If yes, I'll if I find them, I'll add those clips somewhere in the video. Foot pegs have been the rubber has been taken off, and seat has been modified. Seat is slightly wider. Why? Because the chassis also is slightly wider at this end over here, both the ends, slightly, not major, and I'll show you the reason why. Because the mount points on both the sides of the engines, they had moved out, so they had to widen the swing arm. If you look at the swing arm, it is quite wide compared to the stock RE, stock Himalayan. Okay, and for that reason, all this section has been modified. And when the installation was not complete, when the bike was completely naked, I could see that they had added additional strength on this section of the chassis too, so that the bike can take additional weight, provide additional strength overall, additional weight of the engine. The T is also completely custom made. The T top is also completely custom made. So this is how it looks from the front, and this is about the front suspension. Of course, if you guys have more questions, more technical questions, you can always ping AutoEngina on Instagram. I leave the Instagram link in the video description. The main stand of the bike was also widened for obvious reasons, since the chassis has also been widened, so that the bike can stay stable when it is idle and not being used. One more point on the technical front that I forgot is the oil cooler. Now it gets a bigger oil cooler from the elder siblings, the 650s, so that better oil cooling can be provided for this bigger engine. Apart from that, AutoEngina also gave it some custom crash guard. If you guys are interested in similar crash guards for your Himalayans, you can always get in touch with them directly. Of course, as I said, I leave their Instagram link in the video description. Similar to the chassis and the main stand and other things, the bash plate also was widened to incorporate additional safety and mounting points of the chassis. This is how the bike sounds at idling. I've turned on my GoPro too. It is really beautiful. I mean, sounds really nice. I don't want to rev it more on purpose. It's such a beautifully built bike that I don't want to spoil it. I mean, I can't see anyone revving it either. I'm sorry, I checked the clip that got recorded. I recorded few more clips, but the sound what I can hear directly with naked ears, without any sound, without the sound from any device like my OnePlus or my GoPro, the sound in actual is much different than what it is. So if you guys get a chance to visit AutoEngina for this bike, you surely should do it to hear the actual sound of the bike. Now shifting to the beauty part of the bike, the brains, we explained everything technical, I explained everything whatever I knew. Coming to the body of the bike, body has been designed and built by Autologue. It was a tie-up between AutoEngina and Autologue for the whole bike. So this obviously has been completely done by Autologue design. That's their new logo. So what Autologue has made for this bike is, starting from the front, is a sleek visor, a sleek fender. Let me know if you guys remember this fender, where have you seen it previously. Then coming to the side panels and the tank grips, same side panel for obvious reasons is there on both the sides. This is how it looks. The tank, there's a tank cover on the original tank. The original tank lies below, behind these panels. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and of course the side panels for the widened chassis. Okay, this is the other side. So if you guys like these tank panels or the body kit, please do ping Autologue design or let me know in the comments, and probably they're going to take a poll too if they should manufacture this for other Himalayans. It might not be the same one, but they can surely come up with something else. I'm not sure if I recorded a clip earlier for the seat, but the seat also has been modified completely. It's not at all the stock Himalayan seat that has been kept aside. Autologue designed a new base for it and got new cushions and seat cover made for the bike. And the stitching too, if you look at it closely, is matched with the graphics of the bike. The graphics too have been done at Autologue. Let me know about the looks. How do you find it? The bike and run it a bit so that you guys know that it really runs too. That's how it starts, like a normal Himalayan, nothing special. I can feel the wider foot pegs, wider tank design, wider chassis. Handles really light. The vehicle obviously is pretty heavy, much heavier than your stock Himalayans for obvious reasons, for all the mods that it has got on it, and it rides really well. Uh-oh, there was some bad stone at the bottom. Let's park it inside. I think I've covered most of the points, but if I left out some, or if you wanted some more information, you can always ask in the video comments, or you can ping AutoEngina directly, show them the reference of this video, or you can also ping Autologue design for it. I hope you like the content of the video. If yes, do like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in a new video very soon.